Hello, everyone. My name is Miguel Ángel Vargas Mena, and this is my classmate Carolina Ramirez Angarita. Welcome to our podcast, our English learning journey. Today, we're going to share our personal experience learning English, include the challenge we've faced, the strategies that help us improve, some memorable experience during this course, and our future goals with the language. For us, learning English has been more than just studying grammar or vocabulary. It has been a process of personal growth, confidence, and communication. And let's start the first question. Uh, the third slide. Okay, that's when we start. In my case, I started learning English when I was in school, and that time English was mainly focused on grammar exercise, vocabulary lists, and written activities. Uh, honestly, I didn't really feel connected to the language because we rarely practice speaking or listening in real situations in different areas. For example, the schools, in this case, university. Uh, for many years, I saw English only as another school subject, not as a tool for communication. However, when I entered university, my perspective changed. I realized that English is extremely important, specifically in academic and professional environments. I also noticed that many opportunities today require a less and basic level of English. That's when I started taking the language more seriously and trying to improve my speaking and comprehension skill with music, videos, etc.
Okay, I started learning English when I was in elementary school, the primary, and the other secondary, and in the actuality in the university. At first, I only learning basic vocabulary and simple expressions. Um, for example, to be, verb to be, and the personal presentation, um, the greetings, and the others. But over time, I become more interested in the language. I continue practicing English during high school, and now at university, because I know it is very important for my future career.
Okay. Okay. Why English is important? English for me is very important for say several reasons. First of all, it is one of the most widely used language in the world. It allows people from different countries and culture to communicate with each other. English is very important professionally as university students and future professionals in academic areas. I know that English can open many opportunities, such as better jobs, access to international information, scholarships, and professional growth. Another reason why English is important to me is because it gives access to a lot of information online. For example, many academic articles, videos, books, and educational records are in English. I also think English help us become more connect with the world and understand different cultures and perspectives. Uh, English is no longer just an advance, it has become a necessary skill in the modern society, um, like other language. Um, yeah.
Okay, thank you. In my opinion, English is important to me because is an international language that can open many academic and professional opportunities. The English talk in the different countries and different cities. I It that also allows me to communicate with people from different countries, access them more information and improving my future as a teacher and the professional. The In the English, I have a more access in the internet, books, um, audiobooks, music, videos. Uh, okay, yeah, I don't know.
Eh, okay. Challenge faced. What made learning English difficult? One of the biggest challenge uh, for me, sometimes I know what I want to say in my mind, but when I try to speak, I become nervous and start overthinking the words or grammar structures. I should use. I should use. Another challenge has been confidence. I used to feel afraid sometimes of making mistakes or pronouncing words incorrectly, specifically during the speaking activities or presentation, because to speak that words, I afraid that someone not uh, understand me. I think this is something many English learning experience. Additionally, pues, listening comprehension has also been difficult sometimes, specifically when native speakers talk very fast or use unfamiliar expressions. For example, informal expressions. So, exactly. There were moments when I felt frustrated because I thought my progress was slow. However, over time, I just understood that learning a language takes patience, practice, and constancy. And that's my answer for that questions.
Okay, thank you. My answer in the question, one of the biggest challenge I have faced is speaking fluently and understanding native speakers. Sometimes I feel nervous when I speak in English because I am afraid of making mistakes. Grammar and pronunciation have also been difficult for me. But little I have improved with practice. And others, the grammar rules and the fluency.
is the strategies that help how we improve our English skills. There are several strategies that help me improve my English during this learning process in this academic period. One of the most useful strategies was constant exposure to the language. For example, I started listening to music in English, watching videos and movies with subtitles, and practice pronunciation more frequently. And in the in this virtual campus, uh, I ¿cómo se dice? I I see the new grammars in English in the PDF archives. Another important strategy was participating actively in speaking activities during this course. Even though I felt nervous at first, these activities helped me gain confidence little by little. I also learned that making mistakes is part of the learning process. Uh, instead of focus on speaking perfectly, I started focus more on communicating my ideas clearly, organizing my study time and practicing consistently helped me improve my vocabulary and fluence. I believe consistency is one of the most important factors when learning a language or other language for the French, German, etc. Even a small daily practice can make a big difference over time. Eh, and that is all. That's right. Continue, Classmate.
Okay. Some strategies that help it my improve my in English while listening to music, watching movies and series in English, practicing vocabulary every day, and using educational apps, for example, Duolingo. I also try to practice speaking with a classmate and participate actively in the English class. Different strategies help on the process in the learning English.
A memorable experience. Mm, One of the most memorable experience I had during this course was participating in the mandatory speaking session and presentations. At the beginning, I felt very nervous speaking in front of my classmate and tutor. Videos, CPAS, for example. I remember that sometimes I block while trying to answer questions spontaneously in English. However, each presentation helped me become more confident. Uh, each, uh, well, for example, one of the presentation I remember the most was one about emotional intelligence and learning. I was able to organize my ideas better, speak more clearly, and complete the presentation within the exact required time. Even though I still feel nervous when answering questions in that task exactly, I realized that my speaking skills had improved compared to the beginning of the course. Another memorable part, mm, another, ¿cómo se llama? Another memorable part of this course was listening to my classmate experience and opinions during discussions and debates with my tutor. I think those interactions help me to create a super learning environment in my the knowledge. Okay.
Okay, continue. One memorable experience was participating in English class presentation, for example, web conference, debates or debates, no,
It's
uh, debates, because they help me become more confident when speaking in public. Um, I also enjoyed working on collaborative activities with my classmates because we learning from each other and improve our communication skills together.
in this the last slide we talk about our future goals. The question is where do we want to go with English? Regarding my future goals, I want to continue improving my fluency and confidence when speaking English, and in the future another language, French, German, Italy. In this case, English. One of my biggest goals is to speak more naturally without overthinking too much. In this case, English. I also want to improve my pronunciation and listening comprehensions. Eh, I would like to use this language eh, more professionally and feel comfortable communicating in academic or work environments. Another goal I have is to continue practicing English truth in real conversations and not just eh, ¿cómo se dice? In videos with tutor in a real life, face to face, for example, face to face. Another videos is very well for practice my speaking in real time and interaction with other people. I believe language learning never truly ends. There is always something new in learn, improvement. Improvement. Improvement comes through constant practice and experience. And uh, English, um English has been a challenging but very rewarding journey for me. Uh, Throughout this process, I have not only improved my language skills, but also my confidence and communication abilities. I learned that mistakes are part of learning and the progress takes time and dedication. Although I still have many things to improve, I feel more motivated and confident than before, thanks for my tutor, the university, although my classmates too, although I still have many things to improve, I feel more motivated and confident than before. And overall, this experience ¿cómo es que era? Shown me that learning English is not only about studying a language, but also about growing personally preparing for future opportunities. And that is all.
Okay, thank you. And where is in um, important your interesting. Okay, my answer, my future goal is to speak English fluently and feel more confident in conversations. I also want to become a successful English teacher and use the language in my professional life. Additionally, I would like to travel to other countries and communicate easily with people from different cultures. For example, and the native um, and the others people in the country um, more confident in the conversation in the face to face in the talking the for example in the ay, um, eh, ¿cómo es? Video talk. Okay, yes. This one. Okay. I don't have. I don't have more answer. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
The finally the podcast. Thank you so much, Miguel. Thank you for your participation and for the presentation and your answer is very, very. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too.
Bye.
Listos. Parece que grabando, creo.